we're going to be playing at the Blue Monk, and it's Chris Philly Funk Orchestra, and it's going to be awesome. They're amazing musicians, and if you haven't heard them, you should hear of them over and over and over again. And they are true musicians in just music, but also they have a Latin feel to them, they have a soul feel to them, they're soulful people. So anyway, I wanted to do, instead of saying, oh, I want to do a Motown soul, I wanted to do Gamblin' Huff. I mean, it's called Philly Funk Orchestra. So we got to have the Philly sound. We have to pay homage to them. So we're going to do that as much as possible.
Do you know what tunes you're going to be doing?
Well, I'm going to say I'm going to do Dancing in the Street, definitely. And I'm going to give you a couple of surprises. I'm all about the B-sides. And if you are a true soul lover and a soulster, which I know that's out there in Portland, you got to come on down and party with me.
What are some of your favorite Gamblin' Huff tunes?
I would say anything that had to do with Laura Nero. She was an amazing songwriter. Anything would have to do with the Bluebells, which was Nona Hendrix, Sarah Dash, and Patti LaBelle. I love that stuff. I mean, there's too much. There's too much on the plate of Gamblin' Huff. But more than just the music, I love the attitude that they all represent the neighborhood and what music really represented, which was that there isn't any color lines. There's cultural lines, and they need to be crossed, admired, some put aside, some put up forward. But either way, it's about getting to know each other and bringing it all together. And that's what this show is all about.
Yeah. You could do a whole night just of OJ's tunes.
Oh, come on now. I know. I wish they were with me. Oh, my God. That would be awesome. Oh, and just...
or the 3 Degrees. Or the Spinners. Or any. It's amazing.
Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. They were also on Gamblin' Huff.
So, how big an orchestra is it? I mean, how many pieces does he have? Do you know?
Well, all I know is that it is going to be a horn section.
All right.
And that's what I'm talking about. And if I could bring strings, I would. Maybe hint, hint. I'll talk to Chris about that. Definitely.
What do the horns do for you?
I think, well, what the horns do is they just bring a great femininity to music. And they also bring in a call and response, which is very African and it's very gospel. So if you don't have like backup singers, or if you do have backup singers, it's almost like you have a beautiful choral background with you.
Don't you think it's important to have a baritone sax in there?
Baritone.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know, I'm very few women sing baritone, which I am. Do 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 do. So I just love the warmthness, and you know, it's grounding. It's grounding, and it's also just no one takes it. You know how important it is.
Yeah.
I love you, baritone sax people. Love you.
You know, not everybody can sing soul music. You know?
That's right.
What is required of you? What do you have to bring to it to make it really work?
I think that the best thing that you can do is with soul music is to respect the storytelling. You got to tell the story, and you got to relate it to yourself, and you have to string it along and take you along with it, and respect your audience, that they know your story too, and that they know your emotion too. It's called empathy at the best level.
Does it help if you've been to church?
Yes, it does help you if you've been to church, but even more than a church, because originally African Americans had their churches when they could really sing and rejoice was out in the woods. and they had that circular kind of feel, that earth kind of feel, and it was organic, and it was a line of communication. So you have to remember, that's how we sent notes to each other, was through vocals, through yelling through the woods, and to scream. Just like when they do those protests these days that's been happening, they always repeat what the person says and how powerful it is. You can see how powerful it is, and just the sound.
Well, how are you? How's your health?
Well, you know what? I've had my ups and I have my downs, and I am on a slow recovery. I hurt my right leg, which has been a very uphill battle. But let me tell you, when this is all done, and it will be done soon, I have some really incredible people in Seattle basically doing a great healing job with me. And also here in Portland, I have a great doctor. But most of all is that I just want to get back to work so I can tell everybody's story.
I do have to ask you one question.
Please.
Is JR going to be there?
I don't know. I think so. I think so. Mr. J.R. Pella, what an amazing human being. I think that you should do something on Facebook to call him out, because he is a hermit, and you should call him out. He's an amazing singer.
Well, you know, when you had Black Angel, that was pretty much one of the most amazing experiences, musical experiences anybody in Portland could ever have. You and him in the same band.
Yes, I mean, can you imagine just also being best friends, also being songwriting partners, also owning property together? Oh my goodness! So it was quite, it was quite a storm. But how JR and I got together is that I actually said to him when he was playing, I said, excuse me, I know you're at a rock show, and we got Elliott Smith here, you have Heat Miser, you have all these people, but do they know that you're a soul singer? You're a soul singer, I'm sorry. Oops. You should pursue that. And his face lit up.
Yeah.
And because he said, like Gladys Knight? And I was like, yes, like Gladys Knight.
Well, you're not going to do All Lang Syne at midnight, are you?
No.
No,
that's for those other people.
No Guy Lombardo for you.
No. Guy who? Guy who?
Well, why don't you wish everybody a Happy New Year?
I would love to wish you a Happy New Year and peace and happiness, and I hope that everybody gets what they feel that they deserve. How about that one?